and welcome back to Danny Doing Things. Today, we're going to talk about the best places to live in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hello.
So, we have decided to make kind of a comprehensive list of the best places to live here in Louisville. Since a lot of people relocating here right now won't be able to kind of explore and see these places in person, this isn't going to be a ranking, just some places we've lived before or friends have lived before and have had a really good experience there. We'll be putting up pictures, zip codes, things like that, so you guys can get a good idea where to live. Oh, and this is my boyfriend Jonathan. He is joining me for this video because he is a Louisville native, has lived here forever, so anything I miss out, hopefully he'll be able to add. As you can see too, we're both wearing our cards wear in celebration of Louisville.
Say it like that.
What do you mean, how did I say it like that?
Cards wear.
My card, because it's cards.
Go Cards.
Go Cards. Okay, so the first place we're going to talk about is where we currently live, that we've had a really good experience with, is we currently live in Clifton. Clifton is right by Frankfort Ave. It's really close to downtown, and there is a lot of things to do within walking distance.
I mean, you're close to everything, but you're not in the hustle and bustle of everything, if that makes any sense. But it feels like you're close to downtown and Bardstown Road, which is kind of the hip young bar scene.
It's very walkable, but the things you would walk to are not places that you would have a ton of tourists going to. Also, Clifton's awesome because it has a ton of condos and apartments, and I think it's a lot more affordable than places that are closer to Bardstown Road. Okay, moving on to number 2. The second area we want to talk about where a lot of people our age who relocate here live is the Highlands. Our friends live in the Highlands right now, and they really, really like it. The Highlands is what's very, very close to Bardstown Road. Bardstown Road and Highlands is basically interchangeable. They're the same area. Most people know the Highlands by Bardstown Road. I don't know. How would you describe the Highlands?
It's a hipster. I mean, if there's a hipster place in Louisville, it'd be more hipster, I would guess. Place to get the more, local shops that are more, affordable to everybody, and then you get the bars and the, all the eclectic. So there's obviously a lot of young people that live there. There's a lot of old, cool houses in that area. Some are obviously affordable, and then some are kind of old money, where families that have the house has been there for generations.
I'd also say if you're someone who really likes to go out and have fun on the weekends, it's a great location because you'll be, again, very walkable to all the places you want to go out to. The good thing about the Highlands too is it's very central. So no matter where you're going in the city or where you work, it's kind of in the middle. Clifton is as well, but it's further north.
Bardstown Road is, like I said, more in the middle of everything, so you get a lot more people and traffic.
So Highlands is definitely more hustle bustle than, say, Clifton is. They're both pretty central, but Clifton is farther north.
I feel like Clifton's an extension of the Highlands almost.
Yeah, it is 10 minutes away from Clifton. Again, they're both very central. I would say Bardstown Road is more central than Clifton, but Clifton is closer to downtown. So if you're working anywhere downtown, Clifton would probably be a better option for you.
But if you're hipster, go to Bardstown.
Okay, now we are going to talk about number 3, St. Matthews. Now the thing about Louisville is the further east you go, the more suburban it becomes. St. Matthews is further east than Clifton and the Highlands. It's where both malls are. They're literally like right next to each other. It's also a lot more cookie cutter. That's where you're gonna get your Trader Joe's, you're gonna get your Whole Foods, all those kinds of things are gonna be over in St. Matthews. St. Matthews, for just like relative location, is about 10 minutes from Clifton, and I would say about like 15-ish from the Highlands. Yeah. That's where you want to go if maybe you have kids, maybe you're someone who is just like feels more comfortable in the suburbs, someone who likes to go to the mall a lot.
Yeah, basically, if you're really cool, late 30s, you go to St. Matthews.
St. Matthews, though, while being a suburb, I feel like is really hustle bustle.
Yeah, I mean, it's close to the mall.
I actually lived in St. Matthews my first year here, and I enjoyed it. I felt like I was close enough to everything, but I definitely like Clifton better because, again, it's just more walkable. Like St. Matthews,
youthful.
Yeah, and St. Matthews just really isn't a walkable place. So if you're someone who wants to live somewhere that you can walk places, St. Matthews probably wouldn't be for you. St. Matthews also has a lot of affordable apartments, especially if you are living with other people. So when we were first looking in Louisville, we had trouble finding 3-bedrooms because I was living with 2 other roommates, and St. Matthews had a lot more options apartment-wise and house-wise. So the next one we're going to talk about is Germantown. Now, there are a ton of people who buy houses in Germantown, especially young people moving to Louisville. It's a really nice spot. It's really close to the zoo, and it has more affordable housing. So if you're looking to buy a house or rent a house, it's a lot more affordable in Germantown.
It's kind of parallel to Bardstown, so you still have a little bit of hustle bustle there. It's got some cool things, and it depends on the part in Germantown you are, but you're still pretty close to the Bardstown Road. And
yeah, our friend Connor actually bought a house there, and it's a nice area, nice street. He has a nice little house. It was a really, really good price. And again, the area is not bad. You're still pretty close to everything, especially if you work on the west end. I feel like Germantown is closer to the west end.
Work more in the south end or the west end, it's closer. I would say Germantown's a hidden gem. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of cool little things scattered about. And in some places it feels like an extension of the Highlands, some places it doesn't, but it still has some cool little restaurants and cool little shops.
And I would say, though, that Germantown would be the furthest from, like, St. Matthews.
Yeah, it's the furthest from St. Matthews.
So if you're someone who really likes to go to the malls and likes to be closer to a suburban area, I wouldn't go with Germantown.
If you like chains.
Yeah, if you like chain places, then Germantown is going to be a lot farther from those areas. Okay, so the next place we're going to talk about, and probably the final place, is J-Town.
J-Town's a sleeper. Now, it's kind of speaking of sleeper, it's kind of sleepy and rural a little bit. It has a small town feel with some, pretty cool local places in it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I would say J-Town is nice because it's still suburbs, but you still have those like mom and pop type places. Like they have a branch of Feast out there. They have a branch of Royals out there. They have Rec Bar, which is a really, really fun restaurant / video game / place / bar. Now, J-Town is where I lived last year. It's going to be your farthest out from Bardstown Road. It's going to be your farthest out from Clifton and Germantown, things like that. It's great if you have a family. That's like where you go to settle down with your family, with your minivan.
We've got chill little schools, happy little schools.
Housing's pretty affordable too there.
People don't have many problems out there. Everybody has problems, but it's a happy little chill life. It's comfortable.
Yes, it's very comfortable. Again, like if you have a family and you're moving here, that is the place to go. The housing prices are pretty good. It's great for renting as well. You'll be really close to a Kroger, a Starbucks, you know what I mean? It's just a nice suburban little area, but still has kind of that small town feel.
And you still feel a part of Louisville overall, which is the most important part.
Okay, so kind of explain the map. So basically, the Highlands is the center, and north of the center is Clifton, south of it is Germantown, east of it is St. Matthews, and even further east of that is J-Town. Also, we want to go really quickly and go through some honorable mentions that we have. We don't really know a ton of people who have lived there, but they're nice areas, and I feel like on occasion people do choose to live there. One is Middletown. It's pretty far east.
It's like a more suburban-y, bland version of J-Town.
Next honorable mention would be Fern Creek. Now that's pretty far out.
It's like a mix of urban and rural, if that would be the way to describe Fern Creek. If J-Town's a mix of suburban and rural, then Fern Creek's more of a mix of urban and rural.
I honestly have not spent a lot of time in Fern Creek and don't really know anyone who lives there. And I know that it's an okay area. It has good prices, things like that. It just doesn't really have the same appeal as places like Clifton, Highlands do. Last honorable mention, and we don't really know anybody who lives there, but it's a really nice area, is Norton Commons. I would describe it as a movie set. Like, it looks really nice.
It looks like people get murdered there, but...
That's not what I think of.
Like Desperate Housewives.
Okay, I would agree that it's like a Desperate Housewives neighborhood. It's super nice. It's by Ulta and like this nice little shopping center.
It looks too perfect. That's the problem. And it looks plastic almost, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's a really nice area though. Like if someone was like, you can have a house here, I would not say no. Okay everyone, well thank you for watching this video. Let us know if you liked it down in the comments or if we missed anywhere. Let us know if you like this kind of video about Louisville and we can make some more. Make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. It really helps us out. I post new videos every Sunday. Anyway guys, peace out. See you in Louisville.
Did we see him? Did we see
He says
him?
hi. He says hi, my name is Sunny.
Sunny, where would you live in Louisville?
Nowhere.
Wherever my mom I'm going back to Florida.
He says nowhere.
Too cold here. Too cold here.
Nowhere. My name is Sunny. Bye.
Okay,
Sorry.
Alright, we're...